Hi guys, welcome to Anime City. Yuuya Tenjou spends his whole life being the target of animosity and disdain from those around him, including his parents. Even worse, Yuuya's grandfather, the only person who shows affection to him, passes away unexpectedly, leaving him completely alone. He still tries to be helpful to those who are in need. A glimmer of hope manifests as a concealed door in his restroom appears and he gains two-way access through this door to a deserted home in another reality, where he acquires the abilities and stats from video games right away. Before we get into discussing the episodes, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. When Tenjo hears a girl in difficulty while out in the streets, the story's overweight protagonist, a social outcast, goes to help her but ends up getting beaten up. He stands up and leaves with recollections of his grandpa's remarks as the police come to stop the act of violence. He lies down on his bed wondering about his grandfather and how he inherited his last possessions. Despite his parents' constant efforts to not let that happen, this didn't end up good as Yuya's parents finally disowned him. On his graduation day, he is bullied and heavily beaten up by some smug kids. He arrives at his part-time job incredibly late after another day of bullying and is immediately dismissed. He has reached the absolute lowest point in everything, and he vents all of his feelings on a mirror. The blow to the wall does, however, reveal his grandpa's hidden room, an entrance to another world, several video game options, information on an isekai, and his current real-world stats are all displayed on the screen. He enters the other world through the door and rapidly picks up skills that will help him advance the plot. He finds a note left in the community and buys a sword with remarkable stats, using it to leave the house and hone his skills. A huge ogre interrupts Yuya's excitement, and it keeps trying to attack the house, but is stopped by a force field defending the vicinity of the house. This enables Yuuya to learn a technique known as true martial arts. He launches the spear at the ogre, penetrating his chest with a clean shot and dissipating into experience points, instantly leveling him up to 100 and awarding him with a number of rare equipment. He discovers that he can also change it into actual money through the asset function. The next day, he also has a complete body transformation into a young, strong body, and receives some clothes from Sage's residence. However, he isn't fully aware of this transformation himself. He investigates the various plants in the Otherworld region, and even encounters a hell slime that is attempting to attack him. Yuuya quickly attacks it in the same way he killed the giant ogre. Finally, the day he dreads arrives. Yuuya goes to school, and his schoolmates fail to recognize him as Yuuya. In a state of confusion, Yuuya goes into the bathroom and looks at the handsome man staring at him through the mirror, who is in fact Yuuya himself. To Yuuya's surprise, the girl he helped a few days ago before Yuuya's insane transformation approaches him. This girl's name is Kaori, who attends Osei Academy, a high-regarded school that is popular across the community as being among the most elite. She recognizes Yuuya immediately and asks him if he has slimmed down. She further offers Yuuya to join her in the prestigious Osei Academy. Apparently, Kaori's father is in the council of the academy, and he offers a position to Yuuya as a thank you for saving Kaori's life. But arguing that he lacks the necessary intellectual capacity, he attempts to reject the offer. Kaori insists mainly because the school appreciates a person's character more than their academic capabilities and intellectual skills. She takes him with her in the car to show him around the Osei Academy. As they reach their destination, Yuuya analyzes the school and thinks about how it is a chance for him to make a future for himself. Yuuya nervously approaches the chairman's desk. Suka Hoja, Kaori's father, approaches him and expresses gratitude for rescuing his daughter by extending an invitation to the school. He insists Yuuya join the academy, while Yuuya resists due to feeling out of place. However, Suka's words of affirmation and motivation remind Yuuya of his grandfather. A new class instructor, Swada, enters and interrupts the conversation. Kaori compliments her teaching skills, and Suka asks Yuuya to get ready to start her first lesson at this prominent institution. Swada takes Yuuya into her class. Yuuya mentally prepares herself, enters the class, and introduces himself to the class. Their reactions are intense as they get flabbergasted over Yuuya's handsome face. He sits near the back of the class as he meets his first classmate in the new school, who shares her book with him. Although the lessons were the same, the students were interesting, especially their participation in classes. Several girls approach Yuuya during the break, along with other guys, because of his good looks. During lunch, he meets Ryo and Shinjo, two new classmates who share his hobbies and often engage in conversation with him, something he was not used to. Yuuya's fascination with the lunch items and menu increases, but he tries to tone it down. After a long day of school, Yuuya shares details of his day with the chairman and accepts his offer due to good experience. He comes out of the office and finds Kaori, who asks him about his decision. They go out with each other to get some dessert. She teases him a little, but he still struggles with the formalities that are expected in the friendship, something he has never experienced in his entire life. She confesses how she recognized Yuuya instantly after his change in appearance due to his eyes. The day after the trial, Yuuya finally enters the other dimension again after getting home. In the forest, he comes across an orc attacking a frail human and engages in combat right away. Even though he is equally weak in the initial battle, he uses his Omni's word to outwit and defeat it. Yuuya wonders why he washes the same shirt every day and then remembers that he is rich enough to buy expensive designer clothing thanks to his recent financial success. He heads to the mall where people turn heads just to see his handsome face and body. As he passes by, Yuuya spots a photographer shouting at people. He tries to buy clothes when two girls ask him out, and Yuuya nervously turns them down. He walks away while the surprisingly girls watch him. Then the photographer, Hiraku, stops him and asks him to fill in for the position of a male model. Unaware of the meaning behind the photoshoot, Yuuya accepts it and begins the photoshoot alongside the popular model, Miu. Due to Yuuya's inexperience, Miu helps him out, but Yuuya gets starstruck by her, which adds tension to the set. Meanwhile, in the other world, the girl Yuuya saved that day wonders about him and tries to find him. Turns out the girl is a member of the royal family. On the other hand, in the real world, Yuuya engages in conversation with Miu while they have coffee and realizes how hard modeling is. He listens to Miu talk about her experience and understands things from her perspective. However, when Sho, the original model, arrives late, everyone in the mall cheers for him. Sho makes Miu uncomfortable by crossing boundaries, which creates havoc, and things go horribly wrong. Sho is defeated by Yuuya using his extraterrestrial martial arts abilities, proving Sho to be a scumbag. Yuuya's modeling abilities in Japan impress Miu's supervisor, who is keen to hire him before other agencies do. Yuuya says he wants to concentrate on his academics and refuses the offer. On her way back, the photographer teases Miu of being smitten by Yuuya. In the other world, Princess Lexia, the girl Yuuya saved, is stuck on tracking Yuuya to express gratitude to him. She goes back to the woodland where she first met Yuuya with her guards, but on the route, they run across creatures. They are once again saved by Yuuya, who travel to the other world to see how things are going. An unexpected turn of events takes place as Princess Lexia asks Yuuya to marry her. To the great amazement of her royal guard, Lexia makes a proposal to Yuuya. The guard's commander then starts yelling and criticizing Lexia about her behavior. She continues asking the same question in the midst of chaos. Yuuya fears the showing up of another monster. In order to ensure their security, Yuuya asks them to come into his house and talk. In Yuuya's other world, the guard announces himself as Owen, the captain of the Knights of the Kingdom of Arcelia. Princess Lexia introduces herself as the first princess of Kingdom Arcelia. She also expresses gratitude to Yuuya for saving her. Lexia and Owen engage in their not-so-private talk and try to determine where Yuuya is from. Yuuya clumsily rejects Lexia's proposal as she insists on the idea of marriage and love for him. Instead, Lexia offers him friendship as a backup choice, which he takes her up for. The guard informs Yuuya that even the king has requested their appearance in order to express their thanks. Lexia is placed in the heart of an assassination plot after a suspicious encounter between two individuals who talk about why Lexia is still alive, even after careful assassination planning. The next day, Yuuya starts his first day of the new school and is warmly welcomed into his new class. During an exciting football game, a girl, Kazama, sits next to him. They engage in conversation just when the football comes flying directly at Kazam. However, Yuuya immediately handles it and kicks the ball hard enough to put it into the goal. Everyone shockingly compliments his professional-like move. Kazama expresses her gratitude for saving her. In the girls' locker room, every girl talks about Yuuya. Kaori walks in and Kazama tells her about how Yuuya saved her. They all wonder whether he has a girlfriend or not. In the major turn of events, Yuuya's high school bullies, known as the Red Ogres Club, invades the academy's ground for revenge from Kaori. Turns out the two brats who Kaori rejected the other day are Yuuya's siblings, who are jealous of Yuuya's sudden success. They try to kidnap Kaori while Yuuya struggles to make a move due to his habit of being afraid even when he is strong. However, he makes a move and a fight takes place. Yuuya leaps from the 4th floor and moves through the biker gang. He defeats the largest, strongest members by himself by throwing his punches. Yuuya saves Kaori by completely outclassing them all by himself, and he does so just before the cops arrive. Kaori thanks Yuuya, who tries to comfort her. The Red Ogre's commander is furious with Yota, Yuya's brother, for coming up with such a flawed idea. He takes him by the throat and starts strangling him. They fall to the ground apologizing and pleading for forgiveness. However, Yuya intervenes just in time and frees him from his grasp. New adventures await Yuya. If you want to find out more about his new journeys, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and wait for the next video to find out Yuya's new skills.